Hey, what's going on, guys? So today we're talking about this custom Maglite here, which is putting out 800 lumens, which is ridiculous for a Maglite. And this is running on lithium batteries, and we're going to transition to talking about how I recently got into lithium investing. Because lithium is the future, and we know it is in everything. So we'll talk about that a little bit later. But first, we're going to talk about this Maglite. So this is a regular D-cell Maglite. And there's a drop-in in here. All right, so let me take this head off here to show you. Actually, I don't take the head off. I can just take this top part. All right, this whole drop-in here is a custom piece, a very high-polished aluminum reflector. Let's get a zoom in on that LED. All right, see that guy in there? That is capable of 800 lumens. Now, you can look online, but I got this off of Amazon. When it was way more expensive, it was easily over $100 when I got it. Now it's like 65 bucks. And this is good from like a 3D all the way to a 5D cell. But really interesting drop-in. So a regular Maglite, believe it or not, even a 6D cell Maglite, which is massive, it's basically a walking cane or a baseball bat. That thing with the stock incandescent bulb is capable of less than 200 lumens. I know. That's insane. This Maglite originally was like 30 or 40 lumens. Like, that's crazy. You know, so jumping up to 800 is quite the difference. Obviously, we have a lot of advancements in flashlight technology, but so this is actually a bright flashlight where normally it would not be. But this is running on lithium rechargeables. All right. So again, this was completely customized. You can see the spring was customized down to the bottom in order to make a connection. I had to completely polish, well, not polish like mirror polish, but I had to get all the anodization off the bottom, the inside, which was very difficult. Then we have a sleeve here for a spacer. All right, let me put that like that so it doesn't roll. You can see AS flashlights, where it originally came from. And this guy's running on two 26650s, and these are both 5200 milliamp hour. All right, so we have all that lithium power that's allowing this Maglite to actually be bright. So anyway, you guys can look up the details, you know, online on flashlight forums and stuff. Candle Power forums probably has some different, you know, Maglite mods on there. But really simple, drop in, you know, it's pretty straightforward stuff. But the reason I'm bringing this up is because this was very old technology that is able to actually be bright because of the lithium batteries that are in there. And recently, I invested in some lithium myself because I think lithium is the future. So more specifically, I invested in some lithium stocks of FE, which is Battery Metals Corp. All right, it's on 3 different exchanges. We have the CSE, which is a Canadian Securities Exchange. It is just FE on there. And then what I invested in is on the OTCQB, that is FEMFF. This is the over-the-counter stocks. All right, and I did that through TD Ameritrade. If you're interested, TD Ameritrade is actually going to be bought out very soon, or they already were, so they're kind of transitioning. But if you are looking to, you know, invest in this and you already have a TD Ameritrade account, that's something you can, you know, look at, but that's the ticker tape for it, FEMFF. And it is also available on the German exchange, all right, WKN, which is A3D08G. All right, so I just wrote these down just so, depending on where you live and how you invest in different stocks and stuff, you see there are 3 different options there. This one obviously would be for all my Canadian viewers. The US viewers would probably do the OTC, and then obviously if you're in Germany, you'd probably do the WKN. This is just their presentation packet. So anytime I'm interested in, you know, investing in any kind of stock, I go to the website. You know, it's important to really research stuff and understand what you're investing in. Like if you hear it from someone like myself right now, you know, it's important to actually know why you're investing, what you're investing in, and, you know, foresee them building as a company. You know, obviously the point of investing is to make money, right? But don't just take someone's word for it, all right? You want to make sure you research. So if you go to these companies' main websites, they usually have a presentation, and that's exactly what this is. This is their little presentation page. All right, so you can find this directly on the website. I'll put a link to make it easier if you just want to read that through here. But it just kind of breaks down the company, of course, what they're offering. A lot of times you'll have like some different highlights and stuff. All right, in this case, they're showing you, you know, lithium mining and their specific locations and all their numbers and stuff like that. Like, I mean, this could be kind of boring for a lot of people. But again, it is important, in my opinion, to actually look at all this and have an understanding of what you're looking at. All right, this is all foreign to you. You know, you can research, you can Google it and see what these things, you know, mean, so you can better understand that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, I'm not going to bore you going through this entire packet. I do want to talk about some key features, though. All right, and before I do want to thank FE for sponsoring this video. This is a sponsored video, so I do appreciate that. It helps the channel. But I do believe in this stuff. So when I make a video talking about some kind of stock or some kind of sponsored video, it's because it's something I'm actually doing. In this particular case, it's something I'm actually investing in. Now, before I get into this company specifically, I just want to talk about lithium in general. So obviously, as we just saw, most of you guys, you know, use lithium every single day in your life with your cell phone, right? This is my cell phone. This is charged and runs on a lithium battery inside. It's rechargeable. Lithium is obviously a very important part in our modern society. Cell phones, computers, cameras, electric vehicles. You know, you see this giant push for, you know, EV stuff, charging stations. I mean, you name it. This is what's powering our society these days, right? So obviously there's a future with lithium, and we have to keep mining it to keep supplying it for all these different things. Now, what's interesting that I didn't know after researching this was that lithium is actually used for medicine. Now, lithium carbonate is the main medicine that's prescribed for bipolar disorder. I thought that was pretty fascinating. It can also be prescribed for depression and or anxiety in different dosages. Now, besides rechargeable lithium batteries, I didn't know this, but lithium is also used in non-rechargeable batteries as well, for clocks and toys and pacemakers, which of course, if you don't know, is used to help regulate and run a human heart. So it's pretty important stuff, not only for our future, but in the medical fields and all kinds of different things. So, you know, obviously there's tons and tons of different types of, you know, ways you can invest in lithium, tons of companies out there and stuff. This particular company, I'll show you their charts here now. So here's a lifetime chart for this company. Now, it started off way up here in the, you know, over $600, close to $700 range. And it dropped down, and it's been pretty steady, went up and down a little bit, but right now it's at an all-time low at 58 cents Canadian. Okay, so when you're talking about investing in different stuff, the idea is to buy it when it's low and sell it when it's high. So buying low is a good thing. You know, when you see and hear about the stock market crashing, obviously you have a bunch of money in the stock market. That's not a good thing because all your investments are worth less, but it's like a sale. It's a giant, everything's on sale when the stock market crashes. So when I'm buying stocks or investing in stocks, I want to get them as cheap as possible. 58 cents Canadian is pretty darn cheap. All right, but this is the lifetime line for this. Now, if you look at the chart, the year to date, all right, you can see how it's gone up at the beginning of the year. And obviously, as you can see, it's up to 58 cents. So, you know, not to say this is going to get back up to $600 or something Canadian, which would be ridiculous. You know, if, depending on how much you invested, that would be a massive, massive profit. But at 58 cents Canadian, even if it went to $1, that would be almost doubling profit. So that's, I mean, that's realistically where I'm looking for this to, you know, proceed so that I can make money on it, make profit. Now, something that was really interesting while looking at this is that they recently discovered silver. And you guys know I'm a huge silver and gold buff, all precious metals, of course, platinum, palladium as well. But specifically silver, which I still think is extremely undervalued right now. It's around $25 an ounce. And it says here, the company also pleased to announce that a drill hole completed at the Langerine Silver Prospect intersected a 39-meter wide anomalous silver zone from 20 meters drilled depth. Now you can also read this bottom portion here. It just continues to say the same thing essentially. But that is super, super fascinating to me. Obviously, you know, I see and always have for years now the massive benefit of silver in industry and medicine and all kinds of different things. So, you know, I was interested in this specifically for the lithium investment, but if they're pulling silver out in the future, that's a major bonus, and obviously is going to bring up the stock value. So if you are in the market and looking for something to invest in, if you're looking for single stocks, especially super, super affordable stocks, this is just another option. I think lithium in general, across the board, obviously has a huge future, not only in America, but all around the world with the advancements of technology. So I see a lot of room here for profit. Anyway, that's it for this one, guys. Just wanted to kind of show off this light. Not really sure if I showed it before, but want to talk about it a little bit. And like I said, it was a great little segue for talking about FE, Battery Metals Corp. Lithium is part of all of our EDC. Most of us, if you have a flashlight, chances are you probably have one with a lithium battery in it. And you know, it's part of our everyday life. So personally, I think it's a pretty sound investment. But hey, like I said, it's very important to research this on your own. If you are considering investing, do your homework, and the best of luck to you and myself. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you have an awesome day, and I'll see you tomorrow with a brand new video. Take care.